It's not a game, I'm not a robot, and I challenging you. I'm not
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. What's up, T. Wallace? Good to see you again. As you can tell by the drastically improved audio quality and the fact that I'm able to use transitions and opening screens like that, we are back on the computer and OBS in general. No more PlayStation 4 for the moment, at least, for streaming for that. But yeah. So I was trying to think, like, what can I play again tonight on stream? I had a couple different ideas. Didn't really feel like doing them. I'm like, well, I was like, let's do an FMV game. I'm like, well, I've run double switch into the ground. Night Trap has its super severe limits. We've all kind of seen that stuff. Fox Hunt is, it's kind of played out too, even though as crazy as it is. People seem to like it. It's kind of a long process. So I figured, let's do an SMV game that not a lot of people have seen. Let's do Police Quest SWAT, which is a 90's release. I actually bought it on the PC. We know it was new. So now you can actually play it through GOG. GOG, goodoldgames.com has it. So let's get this launched up. There we go. It's like, it worked just for a second ago, like a moment. I tested it. I know it works. And unlike, what was it? Shogo, it did not destroy my computer. I didn't have to go back and change a whole bunch of different things. So the only thing I had to really do was go and change the resolution size, actually, for the screen, because this is like DOSBox is what this is running in. And this was like ridiculously too small. In fact, this might be a little bit too big, but I think we should be fine. So let's see, control panel. New career. So this is an FMV game. This is a 90's one, so, and on PC, so yeah, expect to have like a lot of very low quality, very small windowed FMV scenes. We're having the Sierra, lots of things. It just didn't quite keep up with the times and kind of caved under.
Welcome to D Platoon, officer. Formed in 1967, the Special Weapons and Tactics Team of the Los Angeles Police Department has held a preeminence within the field of law enforcement and has been the standard bearer for domestic specialized tactical units throughout the world. We are an organization steeped in tradition and pride, where individuals are frequently called upon to perform at levels far above the norm. There have been, and ever will be, certain guiding principles that have provided the foundation for the high level of professionalism exemplified by this organization and its members. Commit them to memory.
Got it all memorized. There is going to be a test later on. I want to make sure you guys are all aware of that. Make sure you write it all down. And good. All right, perfect. So I closed out the game on purpose because with this version of DOSBox, in order to change the graphical setting, like change the window size, you have to manually do it through a command. You have to like go and edit the configure file manually, so I'm doing that real quick. Let's see, DOSBox configure, open with Notepad. Here we go. Resolution, let's change that to 786. Okay. And relaunch. The window was a little bit too big for me. There we go, that's more manageable. So let me change this screen size. He's dead, Jim. Alright, so one of the fun things you can do early on in this game is, like, you're getting this briefing by this guy who was really in the SWAT team in real life, and he's just going on and on and on and on. You can, like, interrupt him. He just chews you out for, like, about 20-30 seconds, but...
Welcome to D Platoon, officer.
But this is where we actually get to pick our name.
1967, the Special
Pardon
Weapons
me.
and Tactics Team of the Los Angeles Police Department has held a preeminence within the field of law enforcement and has been the standard bearer for domestic specialized tactical units throughout.
Alright, so my name is going to be McGruff. We're gonna take a bite out of crime by using bullets.
Welcome to D Platoon, officer. I'm Sergeant Rooker. While you're assigned to
Sergeant
D
Hooker,
Platoon, I'll be
what?
your supervisor. Your new position here is that of an assaulter. This is Officer Packmeyer, and he's your element leader. For the record,
So he's a hooker and a Pac-Man. Okay.
Leader in D Platoon for 8 years. He's a wealth of information, officer. Learn from him.
Thank you, Sergeant. Hello.
Officer, I'd like you to give some thought to what I'm about to say. You are now one of 60 tactical officers within D Platoon. We constitute less than 1% of the entire Los Angeles
what?
police force.
Oh, okay.
Your selection and admittance to this platoon is something to be proud of and respected.
Yep.
As a member
Early
of SWAT,
90s FMV.
you are
This
responsible
is like,
to meet the requirements
I
of
want to say like
specific tactical criteria, and will be
96?
tested regularly.
This came out?
Anytime you should fail to meet these requirements, you will be encouraged to train up. Remember, your level of physical fitness, your firearm proficiency, and your understanding of tactics.
So these files
affects
ran on
the
quick
entire
time.
team, and the team concept is what we're all about.
Yeah, I'm gonna interrupt you.
Officer, you dare interrupt a superior?
Mm-hmm.
Let me warn you. Insubordination is not tolerated around here. Never has been, never will be. Is that clear, officer?
No.
Let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to let this pass.
Thanks.
I'm going to call it a case of first-day jitters. Don't let it happen again. Sergeant Paulin is conducting a training detail later on down at the Academy Range. Be there. Until then, learn what you can and work on that attitude of yours.
All right, Dad. Jeez. So you can watch, like, interviews with people. What skills are important for a crisis
There's a
negotiator?
variety of skills that we're looking.
Really? That's neat. I'm sure they're very valuable. Training bulletins, accommodations, D platoon, sharpshooter considerations, camouflage. And you had to read through all this stuff if you want to learn about ghillie suits and Scottish gamekeepers who first wore them and other fun stuff. It's just like, wow, okay, cool.
Colt 45 caliber 9 CCI Heckler and Koch.
It's like that.
The gas-operated 223 M16 by
We'll take that too.
the Benelli Super
Take that too. So we got all our shebangs.
12 ga
All right.
Heads up, gentlemen. We have a new member in the element. Till formal introductions can be made, you may refer to him as the SWAT pup. Welcome aboard, officer. I'm 30 David, Sergeant Paulin. We were just about to do a few drills with the MP5. Step up to alley
My
13,
main name is
7-yard line,
McGruff.
join
I
us.
take a bite out of crime. You've heard of me. I'm just not in my costume right now. We're taking a bite out of crime with a 45. Not a refreshing Colt 45, mind you, but
Officers,
that's right. I need the MP5, I think, for the start.
officer, this is a weapons drill. With your MP5, please make ready. Officers, come to your guard. Single to the head, semi-auto. Single to the head.
Bullet to your
semi-auto.
head!
On the whistle.
Shoot the whistle. Got it.
On guard.
I've shot an MP5 before. Those things are smooth as hell. They have like almost no kick. It's crazy.
Officers, come to your guard.
Did a mag dump and like
Failure drill. 2 shots to the body, 1 to the head. Semi-auto.
had like maybe a 2-inch circle.
2 to the body.
Grouping.
Single to the head. Semi-auto. On the whistle. On guard.
Yeah, the MP5 in this game actually kicks more than it does in real life. It's crazy. Same thing like a P90. You can like drill nails with that thing, like, or hammer nails with it. Not drill nails. You can hammer nails with a P90.
Officers, come
Under
to your
30
guard.
meters at least.
Failure drill. 2 shots to the body, 1 to the head. Semi-auto. 2 to the body, single to the head. Semi-auto. On the whistle. On guard.
Well, apparently he hasn't been playing a whole lot of, like, you know, the modern shooters to understand that, especially the part where you run over and teabag them repeatedly.
Officers, come to your guard. 2 shots to center mass. Semi-auto. 2 shots to center mass. Semi-auto. On the whistle. On guard.
And yes, you have to do these things. It's like, oh boy. Do this, and then the handgun, I think, and then, like, you can do sniper training, and then it can put you on a call. Like, you can either go on a call, or you can do sniper training.
Officers, come to your guard. Single to the head. Semi-auto. Single to the head. Semi-auto. On the whistle. On guard.
I can't remember how long this lasts, too. It's like, hopefully not too long.
Officers, come to your guard. Failure drill. 2 shots to the body, 1 to the head. Semi-auto. 2 to the body, single to the head. Semi-auto. On the whistle. On guard.
Took out his earring.
Put him on safe and let him hang. Officers with your sidearms. Make ready. Officers, come to your guard. Single to the
Yes,
head.
it's not the entire game.
Single to the head. On the whistle. On guard.
Right to the fatal T. You take out his brainstem. Drop like a sack of potatoes.
Officers, come to your guard. Single to the head. Single to the head. On the whistle. On guard.
Yes. It's talking about being safe during the ladies' special
Officers,
times.
come to your guard.
Put them on safe, let it hang.
Controlled pair
Low and
to the
easy.
center mass. Controlled pair, not double taps. To the center mass. On the whistle. On guard.
It's like, don't double tap, but don't go too fast.
Officers, come to your guard. Single to the head. Single to the head. On the whistle. On guard.
The thing is, like, it stops you also from, like, just putting, like, your aim on it instantly. It's like you have to be... It stops you, like, right down here. You can shoot right now, but you get yelled at. And I think it restarts your training
Officer,
drill, too.
Come to your guard.
Because right now I can't move up above this
Failure
line.
drill. 2 shots to the body, 1 to the head. 2 to the body, 1 to the head. On the whistle. On guard. Officers, come to your guard. Controlled pair to the center mass. Controlled pair, not double taps. To the center mass. On the whistle. On guard. Officer, if you're experienced, holster your weapon. Officers, with your shotguns.
Ooh,
Make ready.
shotties.
With buckshot, please. Officers, come to your guard. Buckshot, please. 2 shots to center mass. With buckshot.
You're just gonna really annoy
2
him.
shots to center mass. On the whistle. On guard.
Oh, the rock salt really make him really angry.
With buckshot, please. Officers, come to your guard. With buckshot, single to center mass. Buckshot, please.
Buckshot's a whole bunch
On
of
the
pellets,
whistle,
so it creates a
single to
spray.
center
It's usually
mass.
used for hunting or very close quarters.
On guard.
More of a chance of hitting your target, but it's also less lethal, like less penetration. Usually you want to use a slug and that will just
With
destroy
buckshot,
anything.
please. Officers, come to your guard. Buckshot, please. 2 shots to center mass. With buckshot. 2 shots to center mass. On the whistle. On guard. With buckshot, please. Officers, come to your guard. With buckshot, single to center mass. Buckshot, please.
Notice we're not saying
On the
headshot.
whistle, single to center mass.
There's a reason for that.
On guard.
Took out his diaphragm, left lung, and lower part of his heart. For sure he's not going to be getting up from
Buckshot,
that.
please. Officers, come to your guard. With buckshot, single to center mass. Buckshot, please. On the whistle, single to center mass. On guard.
Sadly, no. I remember doing the 3 here, just like
With buckshot, please.
handgun, MP5, and shotgun. I don't think we did anything with the M16
Officers, come to your guard.
before they switched to the M4s with the carry
buckshot,
now.
single to center mass. Buckshot, please. On the whistle, single to center mass. On guard. Secure your weapon.
Automatically secured it for me. Nice. All right, are we done?
Officers, with your M16s,
Woo.
make ready. Officer, this is a weapon.
Yeah, I hear you, buddy. I went the wrong way. Shut up.
Officers, come to your guard. Failure drill. 2 shots to the body, 1 to the head. 2 to the body, single to the head. On the whistle. On guard.
Well, it was like people were like, you know, like we should ban, you know, people are like for gun control and stuff. Like we need to get rid of these like assault rifles there and go for like hunting rifles. It's like M16 shoots a 22 just about, slightly bigger than a 22.
Officers,
Hunting
come to
round
your
is
guard.
much more devastating, trust me.
Failure drill.
You don't want to get
2
shot with
shots
that.
to the body, 1 to the head.
I'd rather
to
get
the
shot with a
body,
22
single
than a
to the head.
308.
On the whistle. On guard.
Of course, mind you, I'd rather not get shot, period, but
Officers, come to your guard. Single to the head, semi-auto. Single to the head. On the whistle. On guard.
fortunately you
Officers,
don't.
Come to your guard.
Tasers were after
2
this
shots
game
to
came
center
out.
mass. 2 shots to center mass. On the whistle. On guard.
Pepper spray, you can still do. Flashbangs, technically. They don't really train for those, though.
Officers, come to your guard. Single to the head, semi-auto. Single to the head. On the whistle. On guard. Officers, come to your guard. 2 shots to center mass. 2 shots to center mass. On the whistle. On guard. Secure your weapon.
Agent Orange training. Get cancer in 20 years. Cancer in 20 years.
Officers with your sidearms.
Alright, I think I should be able to leave now.
Officers, hold your fire. We have a quitter in the group.
It just keeps looping forever. I'm not sure if I can do anything here yet.
Hello, I'm JD Saunders. I bet you're the new guy from Rooker's Squad.
Yeah, I'm...
Interested in learning to shoot? That's great, because I'm the odd man out. I'm the sniper without a partner.
Without a partner?
Yeah, all snipers are paired up. While one's on the rifle, the other one serves as an observer.
And actually, the man on the
All right.
spotter actually is usually the better shot too.
Colt .45 caliber 1911 government model sidearm.
So that's the thing about, like, you know, people like spotters, like, oh, I don't know about that. It's like they're actually usually the better, stronger one because they have to be able to read the situation, the wind, give all the different variables, advice on what to do, like how much to hold off, things of that nature. So it's pretty crazy.
Robar SR-60 308 sniper rifle. CCI Spear 200 grain 45 ACP jacketed hollow point lawman load. Winchester 230 grain military ball full metal jacket. Colt 45 CCI Federal 308 match ammunition.
They only take the 308.
The Federal Laboratories 38mm breech loading single shot gas grenade launcher.
We'll need that, definitely for sure.
The liquid CS gas round used.
We need to definitely deploy, you know, tear gas.
Ghillie suit.
And I'm also definitely going to need a log as well, because they logged out all the stuff like the 0 shots and all other fun stuff.
I'll show you the rifle. Go over it with you.
Thanks.
Yeah,
That's
use
not
the
the
iron
cooler.
sights.
He's in charge of sniper training. He'll tell you he's not a very good sharpshooter, but don't let that fool you. You don't ever want to be.
He's a
under the
terrible
sniper's
one.
scope.
I mean, my God, it was horrible.
This is...
Yes, I know Rooker's new man. How are you, officer? Adjusting to D platoon, are you?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Very good. It would appear you have an interest in the science of sharpshooting. Why don't you let Saunders familiarize you with the SR-60? By the time you get set up, the rest of our sharpshooters should be here and we can begin our training drill.
Then you can start the
Thank you, sir.
SR-61 Blackbird and fly that around.
Would you like to set up the SR-60? I'm ready. Just lead the way.
We'll set up down here.
Now, I don't know how much you know about sniping, but I'm going to begin with the basics. This is a Robar SR-60 308 bolt-action rifle. Here at LAPD, we zero our rifles at 100 yards.
As you should anyway.
We always begin with a cold barrel shot.
You always zero out 100
We use
yards.
a cold barrel shot to establish our zero. It's also the most important shot out in the field. Now,
Which is hard because you can't do
first thing
a
you don't want to do is establish
cold bore
your
in the
zero on this
like,
rifle.
you know, the field. You really
Do
can't.
that because it's new to you, it hasn't been used in a while. Do that, you want to get out your dope book. You want to establish the date, the time of day, wind direction,
Humidity.
direction of light, temperature. Also, verify your ammo lot. You'll need to consult the charts in your dope book for any elevation or windage adjustments needed.
You can see he's reading off the cue cards, at least I can. You can see his eyes adjusting.
Now I'm going to load a single round for your cold barrel shot. You reload when you're ready to shoot your first group of 5. Now I'll be over here functioning as your spotter. I'll answer any questions you may have. Remember, your cold barrel shot will be taken at 100 yards, and you need to shoot a minute of angle. In layman's terms, you're going to want to place a shot.
Looking down to the lower left or lower right of the screen.
At 100 yards. Target's already set up for you.
All right. Now, to check the 0 on your rifle, you're going to want to take a shot aiming at the center of the 1-inch square. But before you do, there's a few things you need to know. First,
Elevation,
bullet
windage.
drop compensator knob, or your BDC, is the top knob on your scope. This is the knob you use to compensate for up-down. The right knob, the windage knob, is twofold. Yes, it allows you to adjust for wind, but it also functions as a horizontal adjustment when zeroing. To make sure you're accurately adjusting for 0 and not wind, you'll want to take your cold barrel shot when the wind is less than 3 miles per hour. Your left knob is your focus knob. Is the sight picture clear? If so, then you're in focus and you need not touch your focus. All right, what we want to accomplish with this first shot is to determine how this particular lot of ammo shoots under the current settings on your scope. Once we see where your shot strikes, we'll be able to determine what type of adjustments are needed. You want to sight in on your target. The wind is under 3 miles an hour, so it'll be a good time to shoot. We have calm. Fire at will. You must click your windage 7 more times to the left. You must click your BDC down 3 more times. Please reload and fire at will. Spotter confirming bullseye. Good shooting. Very good.
What's up?
Now let's reload and try once again.
Hi.
Spotter confirming bullseye. Good shooting.
It's going to be a bullseye every time because the wind's not going.
We have 9 1.5-inch targets. Each target requires its own center hit. Begin top left to right. Load your rifle and fire at will. Spotter confirming miss. Please reload and fire at will.
Elevation's fine, just major windage.
Spotter confirming miss.
How did I miss?
Please reload and fire at will.
What are you doing? Knock that crap off.
Spotter confirming miss.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I
Please
keep
reload
rotating to the
and
left
fire
instead
at
of the
will.
right. I've screwed this up so hard.
Hey, you! Knock it off with the funny stuff. We have live fire conditions.
Spotter confirming miss. Please reload and fire at will. Spotter confirming miss.
So, okay, so
Please
I'm not sure if I'm
reload
supposed to be
and fire
doing
at
like
will.
everything like straight off again or what. I mean, this didn't really give you a whole lot of like adjustment time or let you know what the windage is or anything like that.
Spotter confirming miss.
Colt 45 caliber 1911 government.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's also like you don't have a wind
Good
gauge to
afternoon,
see.
officer. We'll be shooting a variety of paper and reactive targets today. You take your place at one of the tables downrange and set up. We should be starting soon.
Thank you, sir.
How do acute angles affect bullet trajectory?
Good question. Now, when a target is at an elevated or depressed angle from the shooter and no correction factor is applied, the bullet will strike higher than the point of aim. Now, here at the range, and in most shooting situations we in law enforcement find ourselves, this effect will be slight. However, as steepness of an angle increases,
Right.
this effect becomes
But I don't know like
pronounced.
what that speed is. You just see like the windsock moving. You don't have like a way to see exactly what it is.
Certainly.
It's like, okay, so we have it there. It's like, is it like 3 miles an hour? Is it 20?
Hey, JD.
Hey.
Because that was moving like it was
Hey,
20.
I'm just shooting. How about if I spot for you?
That'd be great, thanks.
Human silhouette up. Call out area to be hit. No strike results in new call. Miss results in new call.
Okay, I don't have any way to move through that. Okay.
Human silhouette up. Call out area to be hit. No strike results in new call. Miss.
Head.
Human silhouette up. Human silhouette up. Human silhouette up. Call out area. Your weapon is already loaded.
Head.
Spotter confirming called head strike. Please reload and fire at will.
Head.
Spotter confirming called head strike. Please reload and fire at will.
Body mask.
Spotter confirming called body strike.
Body mask.
Spotter confirming.
Yeah, I am like dead on now.
Please reload and fire at will.
Head.
Spotter confirming called head strike.
Because you're going to always have a variation. You're not going to be like laser pinpoint. You're always going to have some variation to it.
Head.
Spotter confirming called head strike.
Head.
Spotter confirming called head strike.
Head.
Spotter confirming called head strike.
Like drilling nails at this point. Or why do you keep saying drilling nails?
Head.
Hammering nails.
Spotter confirming called head strike. Please reload and fire at will.
All right, Will, you're gonna eat it now.
Spotter confirm.
That was a good session. You want to go again, or are you done for the day?
Yeah, I think we're done.
We'll get started when everyone's here, which would appear to be now. Everyone, your attention, please. Settle down and we can get started. Today we want to discuss use of force issues, cover the differences between stealth and dynamic entries, and review tactical communication techniques. Are we clear, or are there any questions?
How do I get out of this chicken shit operation?
First, each call-up we answer is unique to the situation at hand. No two encounters will ever be exactly alike. However, each situation will share certain characteristics: the negotiation process, tactical plan formation, scouting the area for possible approach routes, interviewing victims, neighbors, and witnesses. Structures will share features such as entry ports, single or multiple levels. What we cannot plan for is how any suspect will behave. Remember two things.
What if there's a doggy
It is
door?
the suspect
Then
who
what?
determines the outcome of any given situation, and there is never just one way to resolve a crisis. So, how can we truly be prepared? Well, for one thing, we can train using proven tactics and
I
procedures.
haven't saved. That's what I was trying to do
So
before
far?
I came here. I'm like, oh crap, I haven't saved.
over 60% of all our call-ups are barricaded suspects. Out of that, approximately 80% of the barricaded suspects will be a domestic barricade of a single male. Soured robberies, hostage taking, and multiple barricaded suspects make up the remaining 20%. Now, anytime you have one or multiple barricaded suspects, time is on your side. Negotiation is key. Time becomes crucial when hostages are involved or the threat to innocent citizens is imminent. If negotiations break down, or if the life of an innocent citizen or police officer is in jeopardy during a barricaded situation, we must be prepared to initiate a tactical plan to enter the structure. Entering a structure can be one of the most hazardous times during an assault. You want to plan for high ground cover, and you want to enter the structure to your advantage. Now, to do this, we always scout the area for an approach route. We also determine what type of entry we'd prefer to make, whether that would be a dynamic entry or a stealth entry. Dynamic entries are fast and are characterized by
this is
the
a
use of
state-of-the-art
diversionary
VHS player.
devices and techniques. The entry team can be assisted by one or more gas teams. Flashbangs are used at the point of entry to disorient a suspect or as a diversionary tool at separate entry ports. Stealth entries are referred to as soft probes. They're characterized by slow, cautious movement. The first person on the entry team is the scout. The scout is armed with a 180-degree mirror and a .45. The mirror provides a reverse
Shoots the
image
mirror.
of the
I thought it would
door you're
bounce
about to
off.
enter. The door jamb will give you your point of reference.
So now we have like fiber optic
The proper
cables you
way
can
to
look
mirror a
through.
door
So it's like
is to
about the
first
size of a
mirror low
pen,
and then
even
mirror
smaller.
high.
You just snake under the
You
door.
mirror low first because the suspect in the next room is generally not looking at floor level. He's generally looking at his eye level. The scout will inform the rest of the entry team of what to expect. Door right, closet left. This information is relayed via your LASH radio unit. The scout is covered by the second man on the entry team, the rear guard. The rear guard carries a shotgun. The shotgun will be loaded with buckshot unless a door or a car needs to be breached. At such times, the shotgun is loaded with 1-ounce 12-gauge slugs. Now, next up,
These
behind
will
the
scoop
rear
the
guard
brain
is your
straight out of the
element
cranial
leader.
cavity.
Your element leader
And they
should
will.
be an assaulter's main focus. You do as he instructs. If your element leader tells you to cover a door, you cover that door. You do not second guess your element leader. The scout, rear guard, and element leader will continue to soft probe the environment,
While the quarterback
where
throws to
needed.
the receiver who can run for the touchdown.
Survey threat areas.
Sorry, I
determine
get a
what
little
needs to be
confused.
Covered, clear rooms in a circular or L patterns. Questions?
Okay, I can save now. Let's see. What should we name the save? We gotta think of something good and witty. Paul Blart's first day. Oh. Day one. There we go. Or wait a minute. First day. There we go.
Whether you enter a room under a dynamic or a stealth mode, you want to remember to invoke certain practices. Always slice the pie on a door or a room. In other words,
Pie.
don't rush straight into any room. If you do, you're rushing head-on into trouble. By slicing the pie, you're angling your position to first see what the room contains, then roll out if necessary. Rolling out or leaning without exposing any more
I can't
of your
interrupt
body
him.
than you
I'm
need
trying.
to see further into a room is a life-saving tactic. It's not a formality. Next, if the person ahead of you enters a room and moves to the right, then you enter to the left. If you follow their path into a room, you will be in their field of fire. Lastly, if a suspect
What?
sees
No,
you on a room
they're
entry,
going to be in
or
your
the
field of
entry team
fire.
is ready to make an arrest, or if a sniper
Pardon me.
misses his
Personally,
shot,
pecan
the person
pie.
is compromised. Alert
Pumpkin is
others of the
overrated.
compromise by broadcasting the word compromised. Any questions?
So the thing is, you don't follow the person in because they already have that route covered. They're covering there. You need to cover whoever's next in the room. So they're not going to be in your line of sight, line of your fire. You're going to be like, they're going to be in yours. Like, he's not in any danger of shooting you. You're in danger of shooting him. That's why you spread out as you go in through the room. You have your set ways to go through, and they train on this. The reason why I know all this stuff is because, one, I have friends and, the family who've also been through, like, special forces. So, the different branches of the military, and they all train on the same thing. And I have a cousin on a SWAT team who lives in a city down south of me. I'm not going to name the city, but he is on the SWAT team, and they do stuff like that. They practice drills on room entry and everything else. You got your, like, depending on where you are, when you stack up, you have your assigned place of where you go when you enter that room, and that does not deviate at all.
Communication is key to our success as a team. Consequently, agreed upon terminology exists in this organization, and I expect all of you to understand and utilize this terminology. When observing and relaying information concerning a structure, you will refer to it by numbers, not geographical designations. The front of the building is always side 1. Moving clockwise, the numbers increase. 2,
Could
3,
be
4, etc. Corners are referred to by their intersecting sides. In the example I have here, you can see the bottom left corner is referred to as the 1-2 corner. So remember, the front of the building is always side 1, and you move clockwise and number accordingly. Now here we have a 4-story building. The concept of numbering still applies. Numbers are assigned to all openings and all levels. Each opening is numbered, beginning from the left to the right, bottom to the top. Each level is numbered from the bottom up. Consequently, looking at the example here, the door...
It's funny how much I've forgotten about this game, having not played it for like 25 years.
Suspect information relayed,
it's like, they're just doing like the gun training, and then like, oh, you're on your first call, and I'm like, oh crap, I forgot you had to learn how to be a SWAT officer first. So if this is getting too boring, we can always switch and play a different game. I'll let you guys choose. I'll let you guys be the deciding voice on that.
We communicate 2 ways, through lash radio headsets and hand signals. The lash radio headset functions by capturing the vibrations from your throat.
Yep, I bought it.
You're going to want to whisper when using the lash. Anything louder than a whisper will cause distortion and jeopardize our communication.
Yeah, lashes are cool. They're like subvocal. You can like barely speak at all, like to the point where you can not really be heard, and you can be heard loud and clear over the device. It's pretty awesome.
You need only say, trailer, cover window, nothing more. The trailer will come to you and set up on the window. If you're sniper team number 1 and you've arrived at your position, the simple sentence, high ground 1 in position, will do. Us brass will know what you're up to. The other method of communication that we utilize is from the military, and it's used internationally. It's the use of hand signals.
Foobar. Oh, wrong one.
For those
hand
of
signal.
you needing a refresher course, a raised fist means hold. Do not move. Moving your hand horizontally over your head means cover. A raised fist moved in an up and down motion means hurry up.
Move your butt.
A hand with spread fingers
pointing is your suspect.
The direction you point indicates where the suspect is. If you need someone's attention, snap your fingers. Or if you see or hear snapping, someone wants your attention. And when someone has your attention, if they point to their eyes and then to a door, they want you to look at the door or in the direction of the door. If you see a thumbs up, you know an area is clear and it's safe to enter. If you see a flat hand, do not continue with your action or movement. Stop. All very basic hand movements, but gestures that can save your life and the lives of your team.
It's funny because I grew up knowing those hand signals. Like I said, military background, growing up,
it's tempting to add an additional middle finger into our repertoire. But I would ask you to curb that temptation and behave professionally. Well, that's it.
Yay!
Thank you for your time, gentlemen. Dismissed.
When can I go murder people? I mean, protect and serve.
Barricaded female, North Hollywood area, 339
Oh yeah,
West
here we
Scott
go.
Avenue. Shots fired, code 3.
This is Sergeant Pruitt with the LAPD. Lucy, if you can hear me...
Lucy, I love you. I'm home.
We're here to help you. Please pick up the telephone and talk with me.
You're a
It's my
psychic.
wife, Lucy Long. She's holed up in the house. She won't come out, won't let me in. Like I told that other officer, she's been mixed up a lot lately. Ain't that so, Katie?
Look at
This
that
is my
90s
daughter,
hair.
Katie.
Oh
Go ahead,
yeah.
hon, you tell the officer.
My mom's always been real protective of our family, but it's different now. It's like she's not just protective, she's angry or paranoid or something. I don't know what. I think she's become dangerous.
Can I hug
She
her
has a
with
gun
bullets?
now, and
Kill
she
her
shot
with
at me and
kindness?
my dad this morning.
That's right. And she damn near killed us, too. See, yesterday, she threw me out of the house, hollering she weren't going to let me back in. She locked all the doors.
This is like an
Neighbors
episode of
across the
Cops,
street
but
won't
like
get
no
out.
one's wearing a
So
Budweiser
I
shirt.
walked down to Katie's. She just lives in the apartments over on Marola. So I spent the night there. This morning, Katie brung me back home. We was walking up to the house, and Lucy started shooting at us. That's when I called
It
the
was
police.
Pandalarium.
I understand, sir. We'd like for your wife to come out on her own so we can get her some help. But if she won't, and the possibility exists she might hurt herself,
We will go
we
in
might have to
shooting.
go in and get her. I was just briefing Mr. Long on the possibility that we might have to enter his home.
Mr. Long, our crisis negotiation team is currently on the telephone with your wife. There's some concern that she may be delusional. Now, I realize I've already asked you to explain the physical layout of your house and property, but in case we need to go in and get her, I want to make sure that we're prepared. Is there anything else that you can tell me about the house's layout?
We have our sexnasium downstairs in the
She's seen
basement.
boards in the front windows. She's got all the windows boarded up like that.
Pup,
For me.
see what you can learn from the Long's neighbors.
Alright. Let's see, let's call this one Lucy's Wild Ride.
Hello, you must be the neighbor.
Yes, I'm Mr. Devon. I've been living across from the Longs for the last 10 years. When I first moved in, they were real nice. Showed me and my wife the neighborhood. Yeah, hadn't been the same the last few years. You know the wife, Lucy? She beats that old man real bad, all day long. You cops been out here.
Trust me, flashbangs through the windows, just go in like crazy.
Have you ever actually been inside the Long residence, Mr. Devon?
Not in a long time.
Do you wanna cut and do another take? No, just keep rolling.
I think some people are gonna kill her.
This is a limited budget.
You know what I think? I think she's gonna kill that old man. Maybe herself.
Maybe right in front of me. My God, get me off there. I just love that because, like, the guy, like, the actor, the SWAT pup, my character, is like, do you know who? It's like, okay, no, you just say cut, redo it, go again. That was a brave decision to just let it go. I mean, especially hiring the director for Dolomite and other blaxploitation films to just keep letting it go. Brave choice.
What can you tell me about what happened here today? Did you hear any shots?
Yes, I heard the shots at the police officers. I saw the car. I knew it had to be the Longs. Then I heard the shots.
But you just said you heard the shots before. I mean, is that before or after?
Is there anything else you can tell me, Mr. Devon?
Don't believe the old man.
Don't believe that crazy white bitch.
He'll tell you that his missus is holed up in that house. Won't come out. That's not the truth. I've seen her wandering around the yard at all times of the night and day. Half the time in some old nightgown.
That's sexy. Sexy woman. I think she's tempting me.
Is there anything else you can tell me, Mr. Devon?
Don't believe the old man. He'll tell you that his missus is holed up in that house.
Okay, so he's
Is
just
there
repeating
anything
him.
else you can tell
No,
me?
stop. Okay. So he's just repeating himself. We've reached the end of that tree. Lucy's Wild Ride. We'll save that there. And
Excuse me, sir. Did you speak with a neighbor?
Yes, sir.
Good. We'll be briefing in a few minutes. You can share the information you have at that time.
can I talk to you?
Excuse me, sir.
Sergeant Rooker and I'll be calling the briefing.
Okay, so... See, I remember, like, before, when I played this a long time ago, because there was, like, 2 calls you could get. Like, one, I had qualified for sniper training. Like, for some whatever reason, like, the game actually was nice to me. I was on, like, over here, and like the entire game did the rest of it. They're like, okay, we breached in and we found her. She's unarmed. We'll bring her out. That was no problem.
The situation as we
The second time was like, you're trapped. It's like, she either has a gun and will kill you, or she's gonna kill somebody else if you don't shoot her, and you get fired.
She's diabetic and she suffers from a heart condition that requires the use of medication. CNT tells me she's delusional. She thinks the activity outside the house are gangbangers trying to break in. She's a shooter. Approach knowing she's armed and dangerous. This is the layout of the house. On side 1, we have a front door entrance. This is a dangerous approach as it has 2 windows to contend with. The large front window and a small kitchen window. To compensate for that, we've placed snipers here on this side of the street to watch those ports. Apparently, this house has been somewhat fortified over the years. The garage has been sealed off from the house.
There's no bedrooms in this
Side 3
place.
has one opening, a barricaded window. While negotiations
We have a
continue with the
garage,
suspect,
living room,
we're going to
kitchen.
place an emergency assault team
Probably
on
bathroom,
side 1
that's it.
for entry through opening 2. The emergency entry team will consist of the following: Rhea, scout; Denton, rear guard; Packmeyer, element lead. For rear containment, side 3, Pup and Wixel. Any questions?
Okay, so I'm rear containment. Okay.
This is a soft probe. I want stealth movement. This changes only if the situation changes.
Sleep down in the basement downstairs.
Did you have an opportunity to speak to the neighbor?
Yes, he said that Mrs. Long is a little more violent than what her husband would lead us to believe.
You and Denton are side 3, but be aware there's a lot of foliage back there, and you won't have the benefit of sniper coverage.
Remember, all of you, just because the suspect is a female does not mean she's any less violent than a male. Just because she's 64 does not mean
Equal
she's a
rights
sweet
back
old
then in the
lady.
90s. I like
Approach
it.
this suspect with caution.
Your last unit in working order? Good. Remember, the last unit is not used for lengthy discussions between assaulters. It's for keeping the brass informed and any other persons outside your sight lines. You understand? Good.
Would you like to hold my weapon, sir?
Make sure you load silver tip hollow points. Make sure you load silver tip hollow points.
Okay, well, I'm loaded up. I'm not sure if this is the thing like where I just need to sit, or... Oh, here we go.
Sounds like the fat's in the fire. Line up for deployment. Let's go!
No one yells like that. No of them wearing helmets.
MP5s, full auto.
Where's my MP5?
Ready? Go!
Well, silver-tipped hollow point, it's basically hollow points are designed to go into the body and they will flatten out, so that way they don't over-penetrate and like shoot through and hit somebody else. And the silver-tipped is because you never know, the suspect could possibly be a werewolf, or, you know, what was it called, lycanthrope, or whatever they call them there, lithocamp. So you want to be safe either way. Make sure your bullets don't over-penetrate and have them silver-tipped, just so that way if they're a werewolf, they go down. If they're vampires, you're a little bit more trouble, but you get the general idea.
Pup, get moving!
I'm having flashbacks already. Slice the pie and you instantly die.
Is there anything else you can tell me, Mr. Devine?
Don't believe the old man.
Excuse me, sir.
Did you speak with a neighbor?
Yes. Excuse me, sir.
Sergeant.
Excuse me, sir.
So that's the problem with this, like, I ran into like years ago, was like, you slice the pie on that, like, so basically you can, like, safely look around, and you just get, like, blown away.
Briefing!
The situation as we know it is this. We have a barricaded white female inside the residence.
Maybe use a mirror and
She's
check
64
first?
years old and she suffers from various health maladies. She's diabetic and she suffers from a heart condition that requires the use of medication. CNT tells me she's delusional. She thinks the activity outside the house are gangbangers trying to break in. She's a shooter. Approach knowing she's armed and dangerous. This is the layout of the house. On side 1, we have a front door entrance.
Well, that's the thing, is like, I've
This is
seen
a
her before,
dangerous
and like,
approach
I've
as it
shot
has
her
2 windows to contend
instantly,
with.
and they're
A
like,
large front window
well,
and a small
you
kitchen
shot her,
window.
you shouldn't have shot her, you should have, like, resolved the
We place
situation,
snipers
you're
here
fired, and it's
on
game
this side of
over.
the street to watch those ports. Apparently, this house
So
has
it's
been
either
somewhat
die or be
fortified over
fired.
the
This
years.
is a Sierra
The
game
garage
after
has been
all, so
sealed off
there's
from the
like
house.
no in
Side 3
between.
has one opening, a
It's always
barricaded
extremes.
window. While negotiations continue with the suspect, we're going to place an emergency assault team on side 1 for entry through opening 2. The emergency entry team will consist of the following: Rhea, scout; Denton, rear guard; Packmeyer, element lead. For rear containment, side 3, Pup and Wixel. Any questions?
Did you have an opportunity to speak to the neighbor?
Yes, he said that Mrs. Long is a little more violent than what her husband would lead us to believe.
This is a soft probe. I want stealth movement. This changes only if the situation changes.
Okay, so now we have a save point where we're a little bit closer. Yes, I have a mirror, so we'll try doing that. Maybe that's how I progress through.
Sounds like the fat's in the fire. Line up for...
Fatty fire.
MP5s, full auto. Ready? Go. Pup, get moving.
Move up. Move up.
I'm trying, but it won't let me. Okay, there we go. Let's save right here. Lucy's Wild Ride. 2, Electric Boogaloo. Let's see here. So that's suspect, side 2, transmit.
Suspect. Side. 2.
Copy.
Lucy, this is the police. We are here to help you. Lucy, will you let us help you?
Oh, see, we did kill her with kindness.
All right, everyone, take a seat. Before I get started, Lieutenant Hancock has a few things to say.
Yes, I know my name is hilarious.
Congratulations, officers. You did an excellent job today. Thanks to your efforts, we have our suspect in custody. Keep up the good work. Sergeant Rooker?
You men did a fine job out there today. Take pride in your efforts. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see a commendation or two headed this way. Well, that's it. Get some rest. Dismissed.
Give accommodation to the man who got the hug, not SWAT pup. Do you wish to replay or restore? We'll continue the map.
Colt 45, Robar SR6, Winchester 230 grain military ball full metal jacket, Federal 308, sharpshooters,
Hi, Sarge.
Good afternoon, officer. We'll be shooting a variety of paper and reactive targets today. You take your place at one of the tables downrange and set up. We should be starting soon.
Thank you, sir.
So how you shooting, Danny?
Yeah, very funny. Pound sand, friend.
Danny, I didn't mean anything.
Yeah, right. I know everybody around here talks, so I've been a little off lately. It's the Santa Anas.
Yeah.
Those winds have really been kicking up lately. Should have been with me fishing last weekend and seen those whitecaps on the lake.
So Danny's on his way out. That's a clue.
So how you shooting, Danny?
Yeah, very funny.
How do acute angles affect bullet trajectory? Well, if you'll excuse me, sir.
Hey, JD.
Hey. Hey, I've just finished shooting. How about if I spot for you?
That'd be great, thanks.
We have 3 balloons, each a different color. Call out which balloon you're going to hit. Strike within 3 seconds. No strike results in new call. Miss results in new call.
See, how do I check my logbook to see what it was? It's like, nope, sorry, you have a logbook, the data book. Can't do anything with it. Good luck, hope you're sighted in correctly.
Blue.
Spotter confirming call blue balloon hit.
99
reload.
Luft balloons. Und Luft balloons.
Spotter
Green.
Spotter confirming called green balloon hit.
That was a good session. You want to go again, or are you done for the day?
Yeah, we done. I was expecting them to do like a
Colt 45 caliber.
wrong one here. I was expecting them to do more of a qualification. Trying to remember how to do it, but main menu, actually, no. Not too hard. It's just kind of different colors. I was able to see it a little bit easier.
Welcome to D Platoon, officer.
Wait a minute. Wrong one. Previous career. Here we go. McGruff.
Well, if you'll excuse me.
Hey, JD.
Hey.
They're actually pretty dark colors, so it wasn't too bad.
That'd be great, thanks.
We have 3 balloons, each a different color. Call out which balloon you're going to hit. Strike within 3 seconds. No strike.
Red.
Spotter confirming.
Yeah. You should see me at birthday parties. I'm really popular there.
Blue.
Spotter confirming call blue.
Green.
Spotter confirming called green balloon hit.
That was a good session. You want to go again?
Why don't you walk down there and replace those balloons? Travel map.
Hey, how you doing, pup? I hear you've been out on the long rifle range with Saunders and Tello. Sergeant Pruitt's got a sniper qualification soon. You want to attempt qualifying?
Yes, I do.
Great. I'll let Sergeant Pruitt know you're interested. Good luck.
Alright, there we go. That's what I was looking for.
You know, I'm pleased to see you're taking an interest in sharpshooting. It's a proud discipline.
It's nice because you can kill people from far away. They'll never hear you coming.
Colt 45, Robar SR6, Winchester, Federal 308 match ammunition, Sharpshooter's Dope Book, Sharpshooter's Dope Book.
Yeah, it's weird. I remember being able to look through this. Maybe it's like some kind of key combination I don't know of, or... Could be that. Gear. Let's see. Select it. Okay, we're good.
Hello, Sergeant Pruitt.
Oh, good afternoon. We'll be running a 15-round qualification today. Stick around if you'd like to score.
Thank you, sir.
We'll be starting soon, so I suggest you get set up.
How do acute angles affect bullet trajectory?
Sorry, they only pay me to give me 2
So how you
lines.
shooting, Danny?
Yeah, I'm gonna apply for your job right in front of you, Danny.
Certainly. I
Suck
believe
it,
you'll
Danny.
find Saunders downrange, already set up.
Hello, DD.
Hey, hello. Today is call day. If you're interested, stay and shoot. If you pass the 15-round, 100-yard minute of angle qualification, you'll be eligible to be called up as a sniper during a crisis.
Ooh, you have to be off by 1 MOA. Okay, not too bad.
I'll stay in spot for you.
Hey, what are you?
Qualification begins with a cold barrel shot in a 1-inch square, then a 5-round group in a 1.5-inch square, and then 9 bullseyes each in a 1-inch square.
Pretty sure the game
all
glitched.
from 100 yards.
Hey,
Load
hold your
weapon,
fire.
And when ready,
Yeah,
fire
I know we're not
roll
using
for
mil
cold barrel
dots,
shot.
Meridians, or anything else fun. The 90s, they didn't want to get too technical, I guess.
Cold barrel shot. Fire at will.
Not
Target
bad.
missed completely.
What do you mean?
Qualification failed on first shot.
Cold bore shot. I can't access the logs to see how it is. Oh my god. This game is special.
You'll have another qualification round real soon and you can shoot again.
Thanks for the support, JD. God, that was tougher and more stressful than I thought it would be.
It always is. But consider if you were shooting in a real-life scenario.
Yes.
A hostage rescue. Now that's pressure. You master your field.
See, the thing is like you'd be able to read the logs to see where it was like sighted last for and all the different time datas. You have the log, the ability to pull it up here in the game, like you can see it there in my inventory, but you can't read it. There's nothing there to read. It's like, what? So why have this thing? Alright, restore mission. Alright, let's hit the range. Try that again.
Hello, Sergeant Pruitt.
Oh, good afternoon. We'll be running a 15-round qualification today. Stick around if you'd like to score.
Thank you, sir.
We'll be starting soon, so I suggest you get set up.
Well, if you'll excuse me, sir.
Hello, DD.
Hey, hello. Today is call day. If you're interested, stay and shoot. If you pass the 15-round, 100-yard minute of angle qualification, you'll be eligible to be called up as a sniper during a crisis. How about it? I'll stay in spot for you.
Paul Blart. Sniper. There we go.
Qualification begins with a coal barrel shot in
Yes.
a 1-inch square, then a 5-round group in a 1.5-inch square, and then 9 bullseyes each in a 1-inch square, all from 100 yards. Load your weapon, and when ready, fire at will for your coal barrel shot. Cold barrel shot. Fire at will. Spotter confirms cold barrel hit, dead on. Qualification continues. Please reload and fire at will. Spotter confirms hit, dead on. Qualification continues. Spotter confirms hit, dead on. Qualification continues. Spotter confirms hit, dead on. Qualification continues.
Said hammering nails, pretty much.
Spotter confirms hit, dead on. Qualification continues. Please reload and fire at will. Spotter confirms hit, dead on. Qualification continues. One-inch target at 100 yards. 1 of 9. Fire at will. Spotter confirms hit, dead on. Qualification continues.
I don't know. I think they have a little bit more
Reload if necessary.
slightly more
and
restraint.
Fire at will. Spotter confirms hit, dead on. Qualification continues. Reload if necessary and fire.
So I've never heard of snipers qualifying at 100 yards.
Spotter confirms hit, dead on. Qualification continues. Reload if necessary and fire at will.
Pull up slightly.
Spotter confirms hit, dead on. Qualification continues. Reload if necessary and fire at will. Spotter confirms hit, dead on. Qualification continues. Reload if necessary and fire at will. Reload if necessary and fire at will.
I think you skipped a
at 100 yards.
line of dialogue
1
there,
of
buddy.
9. Fire at will. Spotter confirms hit, dead on. Qualification continues.
Oh yeah, they
Reload if
usually
necessary
do a little bit
and
longer than that.
fire at
Usually
will.
around 400.
Spotter confirms hit, dead on. Qualification continues. Reload if necessary.
Although SWAT
and
snipers are
fire
usually
at will.
within the first 100 yards or so.
Well, you are 100%. Congratulations. You passed qualifications. I knew you can do it.
Thanks. That felt pretty good.
It always does.
Yeah, it feels great, especially when you
Go ahead.
shoot a live target that's
I'll let
running
Josh
from you in
report
terror.
the news.
Thanks, JD.
You earned your position. Good job.
Colt 45.
Travel map.
Colt 45 caliber 19.
This is where I want to go.
Well, if it isn't our newest sniper. Congratulations, officer. I heard you passed qualifications for sharpshooting. I'm glad to see you're taking an interest in cross-training. Keep up the good work.
I'll be all the rage in 20 years. CrossFit. Keep your weapon in working order. Learn to recognize body language skills. Develop your self-defense. Make full use of your mind. Kill people telepathically like that movie Scanners. Blow up their skulls. See passers-by. Handcuff woman. Key broken. Paperclip. 15-minute open cuffs. Just released from prison. What? Okay. Yeah, I don't understand that either. It's like, alright then. Yeah. Gosh, what is it here? Let's see. There's gonna be probably a call coming through again. The game likes to move along. Let's see. Here we go. This is a classic. If you haven't seen this yet, this came out a while ago. This is by the YouTube channel Red Letter Media. They do reviews of like terrible movies and things like that, and all sorts of different things. And they did one on like one of the best ones ever. This is a legitimate, like, they actually showed this video to police officers in training in like the 80s here in the United States. Rich Evans has this kind of annoying high-pitched laugh. You get used to it after a little while, but it was like, it reminds me of, because we're doing police SWAT, and they just go through and just the most ridiculous things. Surviving Edge Weapons, you better believe it is. It's their review of it. It's not the full one. You can actually find the full Surviving Edged Weapons on YouTube, just standalone by itself. But yeah, this is the Red Letter Media one, so... Yeah, I'm betting the one you just posted is the full real thing. Well, that's a fun one there. I'll have the unthinking moment. Yeah, FNG, for those who don't know, is military slang for fucking new guy. Alright, save that to watch later. I will definitely watch that. Alright, back to SWAT. Play. What do you have to say?
It's extremely important because of the fact when you deploy your snipers, that's probably the shot that's going to count. You don't take practice shots. You're in position. There's no way you could if you wanted to. There are other weapon systems such as non-lethal weapons that we can take because we're not able to train with them because of expense and just we don't have, you know, a lot of these weapons that we use in a non-lethal environment.
That's a pansy way. Or is that not nice thing? That's the wussy way, we'll say.
37 millimeter. Then you have your beanbag rounds that are fired.
The weenie way.
We can train with those every once in a while, but we just don't have the money to do it. So maybe we'll take that off somewhere away from the scene if we're
now their training simulators includes like it's basically playing the game's silent scope, which I would love to own that arcade machine. Kicking myself because I saw one for sale a couple of years ago for like $300. It's like, oh, I would have loved that.
And so he doesn't have that opportunity. So the shot that he
now we play Metal Gear for real.
So when we
or
train,
Doom.
We take a cold barrel shot. Now we want to know, where does that
Oh my
strike?
god, dude, I don't care. We know it's important because you don't get a warm-up shot, which is why you keep detailed logs and everything, and when the last gun was last fired through, who did it, the rain, the amount fired through it was last cleaned, humidity, temperature, sunshine, all that other fun stuff, so that way you can make an accurate guess as to where the scope was set up, what the dope is, and make your best guess for that, so hopefully if you have to shoot, you will be on target. All you had to say. No, you don't want to heat your barrel. What you can do, however... talking to friends of mine who have basically been overseas in certain areas of the world, in special teams, we'll call it, special forces, like. You can, in hotter climates, put your rounds out in the sun, and to basically heat them up there, which expand them. Works good for Afghanistan, I mean, other countries. Dope is, like, basically, like, what your sights are set for, like, what the default is. That's called your dope. And basically from that point you do your adjustments for like minute of angle, your adjustments for elevation, windage, and things of that nature. But you need to have a baseline for what you are shooting at, which is like the cold barrel shot. So if you pick up your gun, you should know exactly what it is. They don't call it zero anymore. Yeah, they call it dope. I've heard it referred to as dope quite a lot. There is what I used to call it when I used to do long range shooting. Air Force calls it dope. United States Air Force. Yay, some action.
Barricaded female, North Hollywood area, 339.
We just did this. Who let her out of the mental hospital?
Code 3.
This is Sergeant Pruitt with the LAPD.
Do I need to be a sniper this time?
If you can hear me, I want you to
We
answer
literally
the
just did
telephone.
this.
We're here to help you. Please pick up
We let her out of the mental hospital. We didn't know what to do. We didn't medicate her, and we gave her back her gun.
We have a barricaded white female inside the residence. She's 64 years old, and she suffers from various health maladies. She's diabetic, and she's got a heart
The
condition
game
that
just,
requires
like,
the use of medication.
glitch out on me?
Our negotiator tells me that she's delusional. She is armed and dangerous. She is a shooter.
No, these guys have changed positions
The
these
layout of the
times.
house is as follows. Side 1, opening 2 is the front door. Complicating this approach are openings 1 and 3. Both opening 1 and 3 are barricaded, but could be used to conceal the threat. To help eliminate this threat, we've placed snipers here, on this side of the street, to watch those ports. There's no access from the garage into the house. Opening 1 on side 3 is a barricaded window leading to the bedroom. While negotiations continue with the suspect, we're going to place an emergency assault team on side 1 for entry through opening 2. The emergency entry team will consist of the following: Rhea, scout; Denton, rear guard; Packmeyer, element lead. For rear containment, side 3, Pup and Wixel. Any questions?
Yes, I have plenty of questions.
This is
What are we
assault
doing
probe.
here?
I want stealth movement. This changes only if the situation changes.
You and Denton are side 3, but be aware there's
Yeah,
a
this
lot
is
of
the same
foliage
thing over
back
again. What the hell?
And you won't have the benefit of sniper coverage.
I'm wondering if this DOS box emulation's not right, because it just literally put me back on the same call, but I didn't have to interview everybody. So, Lucy's Wild Ride. We'll do this again. Yeah, it gave me the same loadout too.
Remember, all of you, just because the suspect is a female does not mean she's any less violent than a male. Just because she's 64 does not mean she's a sweet old lady. Approach this suspect with caution.
Then we just wait for her to start shooting again.
Sounds like the fat's in the fire. Line up for deployment. Let's go!
Lucy, we're coming to invade your house! Don't shoot us!
MP5s, full auto.
Alright, got my burner boner ready.
Ready? Go!
Cease fire! Cease fire!
Just want to see what would happen. Hey, idiot who fired your gun, come with me.
Damn it, Pup! What were you doing out there? Sarge, That's a rhetorical question, Cementhead. I'll tell you what you were doing out there. You were jeopardizing the lives of your fellow officers, not to mention the safety of innocent citizens. Now listen up and listen good. I'm taking you out of this call-up. I'm sending you back to Metro. I'm ordering you to get your hands on the tactical material provided by the department. You are to read up and learn. Do you understand, officer?
Yes.
Yes, what, Pup?
Yes, sir, Sergeant Rooker.
And bow, gotcha. Team kill.
Lieutenant?
Wow, I just witnessed a murder.
The
My
events
God.
of today were tragic.
I'm
Some
Daryl
of your
Gates, by the
fellow
way.
officers were seriously wounded. I ask all of you to consider talking with department counselors to resolve any emotional aftermath you may be suffering due to this experience.
So since we let somebody
Arrangements are
murder
being
him
made
in front of
through the
us.
department for financial assistance for the families of the wounded officers. Donations will be accepted, and as more information is made available, I'll pass it on to you. Sergeant?
An investigation by the officer-involved shooting team, the Use of Force Review Board, the Office of Internal Affairs, and the District Attorney's Office is being conducted relative to what occurred today. Until the investigation is completed, I'm suspending Pup of active duty status. Pup, this platoon is founded on leadership and obedience. We have a saying here.
Don't
Lead,
shoot others in
follow,
the
or
back.
Get out of the way. Today you did none of that. Instead, you acted alone.
Well, he
and
was
without
in the
regard for
way.
Your element, your duty.
I was leading with the bullet, and I don't
Until
see
this
how I'm in the
investigation
wrong
is
here.
Completed, I think it's best that you continue to train and study, but not participate in any call-ups. That's all. Dismissed.
Then it goes into this whole big thing about, you know, you have to go to your trial, then you have the grieving widow, and then you have to do time, you have to fight off people in the prison shower, you know, the usual stuff that comes in a SWAT game. Suspect. Side 2. Transmit.
Suspect. Side 2. Copy.
I hope she has a gun this time so I can shoot her. Okay, I just said that there's a suspect at side 2. I got her!
Today was not a victory, but a defeat. We were not successful in saving the life of the suspect we wished to apprehend. Rather, we lost that life and jeopardized the lives of others. It is true that the suspect determines the outcome of a crisis, but it's our responsibility to help guide the suspect towards a peaceful resolution.
She didn't do this. It looks like it just like pulled the rug underneath from her feet, just fell over.
No shots are fired. An investigation is being conducted into today's events. You will be cooperative, helpful, and honest when dealing with investigators.
Please don't
Until the
lie.
investigation
Wink, wink.
is complete, I'm suspending Pup from active duty status. Pup, today you acted alone and without regard to your element. You let your fellow officers down. Until this investigation is completed, I think it's best that you continue to train and study, but not participate in any call-ups. That's all. Dismissed.
Why aren't you just a buzzkill? Alright, restore. See, that's the problem there. It's like, okay, so she has the gun there, but when you take a look around the corner, she doesn't. So I just want to have those things where, like, she just whips out the gun all of a sudden. You have to shoot her at the last second. Or listen to Amazing Grace with MIDI bagpipes.
Suspect. Side 2. Copy.
She's got her hands up!
Lucy, this is the police. We are here to help you. Lucy, will you let us help you?
And we're dropping frames. Good job, Twitch.
All right, everyone, take a seat. Before I get started, Lieutenant Hancock has a few things to say. Sir?
Congratulations, officers. You did an excellent job today. Thanks to your efforts, we have our suspect in
I don't
custody.
think I've ever seen the other
Keep
guys.
up the good work. Sergeant Rooker?
You men did a fine job out there today. Take pride in your efforts. I wouldn't be surprised if
Oh, wait a minute. I have. It's just been a while. It's been a while. It's the Will Ferrell
Get some rest.
movie.
Dismissed.
That's what it was. Okay. No, I don't want to replay it. I've already replayed it twice. We're good, game. Promise, we're good. All the medals you get, blah blah blah. That was a good part. Metro. Use of force. Number 1, don't point a shotgun right at the cameraman. Deadly use of force policy. Okay, I think they got these two, like, mixed up. Like, use of force should have been this one, and then, like, deadly use of force should have been, you know, this picture. But, you know, I'm not the one who, like, really programmed the game, so...
Colt 45 caliber 1911. Selection of your selection of your CCI Heckler & Koch. The gas opera. The Benelli Winchester 12.
You just want to get a kill clone? Not unless I start firing up.
Hey, how you
Press
doing?
X
You
to
ready for
die.
a
Press X to
combat
not
drill?
die.
Multiple moving targets, all bad guys, reload as necessary. Come on, we'll test your reflexes and your aim. With 45s, make ready and... This is the combat drill. There will be multiple moving targets, all bad guys. Reload as necessary. No par time. This is a reflex drill. On the whistle. Officers? This is training, officer. You will follow the drills, please.
Well, you popped them up.
This is a dozier drill. Engage each of the 5 pepper poppers until they fall. Reload as necessary. Par time is 5 seconds. On the whistle? Officers, guns at low ready.
So to be able to do that in
Prepare to
5
commence firing.
seconds, nail them
Make
down?
ready.
Not really.
The Presidente drill is up. There are 3 targets and multiple engagements. Starting from either the left or the right, shoot the first target once, second target once, third target twice, second target once, and first target once. Speed load, then do it all again. Par time is 10 seconds. On the whistle. Officers, guns at low ready. Prepare to commence firing. Make ready. This is the combat drill.
That was one of the things they said, like, okay, shoot him twice
all bad guys.
under a second and a half, but don't double tap. It's like,
no
well,
par time. This
what?
is a reflex drill. On the whistle.
Yeah, the magazine doesn't quite sound right. Only 9 rounds, huh?
Officers, guns at low ready. Prepare to commence firing.
Could be the wrong
Make
sound
ready.
clip.
This is a dozier drill. Engage each of the 5 pepper poppers until they fall. Reload as necessary. Par time is 5 seconds. On the whistle. Officers, guns at low ready. Prepare to commence firing. Make ready.
Okay, now we're just doing the same thing all over again. Travel map.
This is the...
Remember, as you train, so shall you fight. Yeah.
Yeah, they all took 2 shots last time. It was like, you're not able to do that, and the gun only holds 9, so...
Colt 45, Robar SR, Federal 308 match ammunition.
Hi, Sarge. Good afternoon, officer. We'll be shooting
Yeah,
a variety
308
of
Federal.
paper and
Yeah, it's a
reactive
hunting
parts.
ground pretty much here.
You take your place at one of the tables downrange and set up.
So it makes me laugh. I mentioned this earlier.
Thank you, sir.
Here in the United States, some people are like, oh, we need gun control and everything. Like, you know, we should outlaw this stuff and everyone should have like hunting rifles and stuff. I'm like, okay, let's just stop here for a second. An M4 AR variant, AR-15 variant, whatever, fires usually a .223, which is slightly larger than a .22. Very small round. I would rather be shot with that than a .308 or anything larger used for hunting, because yeah, that's just going to do a crap ton more damage. It's like a lot of people like to speak about things they don't quite understand, but yeah, you don't want to... You go hunting with a .308, you hunt deer with those, or people, if you're a sniper. But, yeah. Hey, Danny, they didn't fire you?
Excuse me, sir.
Certainly. I believe you'll find Saunders downrange, already set up.
Hey, JD.
Hey. Hey, I've just finished shooting. How about if I spot for you?
That'd be great, thanks.
Okay, we have 9 1.5-inch targets. Each target requires its own center hit. Begin top left to right. Load your rifle and fire at will.
Yeah, once again, can't do anything about it. Alright.
Spotter confirming center hit. Your weapon is already loaded. Spotter confirming center hit.
It's not too bad.
Spotter confirming center hit. Please reload and fire at will.
Take this, Will. Ugh.
Spotter confirming center hit. Hit is with...
Yeah, that's one of the things, like, when you used to shoot for, like, long distance, like, shoot for a mile, it's just... It's like you'd have crosswinds, like, every 200 meters or so. It was insane. It's like you could have the wind change, like, 6-7 times before you get to the target, just the different directions.
Spotter confirming center. Spotter confirming center hit. Hit is within target. Spotter confirming center hit. Hit is within target.
Dang right. Take this, Karen.
Spotter confirming center hit. Hit is within target.
That was a good session. You want to go again, or are you done for the day? Well, I'll make up your mind for you. Let's shoot a little longer.
No. No!
Okay, we have a 2-inch square target. You need to place 5 shots within the square. Go ahead and load your rifle. Remember, check the direction and speed of the wind and spotter
Just hammering nails right now at this point.
Spotter confirming center hit. Hit. Spotter confirming center hit. Spotter confirming center hit. Hit is within target.
That was a good session. You want to go again, or are you done for the day?
Alright, so hopefully it'll let me do something coming up soon. Some kind of mission. Ugh. If it's Lucy again, I quit. It's like, no more Lucy. Sure, we all love Lucy, but we have to give her time alone. Oh, here we go. Let's see what it is.
Barricaded female, North Hollywood area.
Okay, this game has to be.
Westcott Avenue. Shots fired. Code 3.
Oh, she's in the sky with diamonds, and you know you're definitely tripping at that point.
Lucy, if you can hear me,
You're probably smelling purple and watching the walls melt. Just saying hypothetically.
please pick up the telephone and talk with me.
I mean, seriously, why do you keep doing this? This is getting real friggin' old.
We have a barricaded white female inside the residence. She's 64 years old and she suffers from various health maladies. She's diabetic and she's got a heart condition that requires the use of medication. Our negotiator tells me that she's delusional. She is armed and dangerous. She is a shooter. The layout of the house is as follows. Side 1, opening 2 is the front door. Complicating this approach are openings 1 and 3. Both opening 1 and 3 are barricaded, but could be used to conceal the threat. To help eliminate this threat, we've placed snipers here, on this side of the street, to watch those ports. There's no access from the garage into the house.
Yeah,
Opening 1 on side 3 is a barricaded window leading to the bedroom.
Really?
While negotiations continue with the suspect, we're going to place an emergency assault team on side 1 for entry through opening 2.
Okay.
The emergency entry team will consist of the following: Carmichael, Scout.
I'm gonna guess I'm gonna be
Rear
in number
guard,
3.
Packmeyer, element lead. For rear containment, side 3, Rhea and Wixel. Any questions?
Yes, why do we keep
This
letting
is
her
a soft
out?
probe. I want stealth movement. This changes only if the situation changes.
You're covering Carmichael as rear guard, pup. Make sure you squeeze up on him.
Alright, so we're actually going into the house this time. Okay, so this is slightly different. So, for whatever reason, we keep getting called to the same lady's house. She's not on her schizophrenic medication. She keeps barricading herself, and we're just not like, maybe we should, like, keep her in the mental hospital, you know? Just saying, this is like the 3rd time this has happened here, you know?
Entering an unknown environment is unpredictable. Keep your eyes open for hazards.
Got my shotgun! Here it is.
Load buckshot, not 1-ounce slug.
We want to have parts of the corpse. We just want to pepper her with lots of shots. Not, like, you know, like, totally remove her brain from her skull. But you get the idea.
Sounds like the fat's in the fire. Line up for deployment. Let's
go!
Again! Should be
Sierra
old hat
1
by now.
reporting. Side 1 is clear of threat.
Hold. Ready to move. Move. Ready to open door. Ready to enter door. Go! Trailer! Kitchen door!
Well, she's a little schizophrenic. It's not the worst I've seen. Yeah, I know, you're not giving me the thing to move. I mean, kind of have this loading thing. I'm stuck here. Okay, so... what? So she shot through the door, but that's my problem somehow.
Don't rush me. Ready to enter door.
Yeah!
Get out of my house! I got the cops on the way, you little bastards!
Language! Game? Mouse? Stuck? Yeah, it's stuck over here on the left side of the screen. Alright, cool. Wait for the cloud save, syncing because everything has to do that this time. Discount lethal enforcers. Let's see, we are McGruff, the crime dog. Lucy's Wild Ride Part 2. Shut up, fool.
Trailer! Kitchen door!
It's like, hey, pay attention. Need you to cover. Cover me and hurry it up. Yeah, I know. She's got a gun!
Pup, what is it? Probable.
The game's like, yeah, okay, so let's see if we can just blow her away instantly. I got it. And the game crashes. The game wants Lucy to live. It's like, you can't kill that sweet old lady with a shotgun or a revolver hanging behind the door. Come on. You don't allow things like that here on Twitch. Yeah, so as soon as you shoot, the game instantly crashes. It is like, it just completely closes out. That's interesting. So I guess Police Quest is done for tonight. Let's find something else here. Let's throw up technical difficulties while we work on this. That's interesting. Alright. What other fun things can we play? I pulled up Steam. Got Double Switch. We've kind of done that to death. Fighters, fighting games. Let's see, what should it be? Alright. Let's update the game. We're gonna make some bad decisions. It's gonna be interesting. Plug in my old controller here. So working on emergency backup plan B. Let's see, do I even have... It's not lighting up, that's not a good sign. There we go. Okay, took a little bit for Windows to kind of go, oh yeah, you plugged something in, sorry about that. You really shouldn't do that, so, yeah. So we'll leave it to everybody in chat here. Should I play an entirely different game that nobody should ever play in their right mind, or should we pick an FMV game like either Double Switch or Fox Hunt? If anyone here is still in chat, watching my SWAT shenanigans, I'll let you guys decide what you want to do. It all depends upon your point of view. The other game, the one that's terrible you should never play, is not an FMV game, I should point out. Go terrible. Alright, we'll go terrible here. Why? Just because I want to be entertaining. Alright, let's update here. And it's going to take a second because I need to set this up so you guys can see it. Nope, not quite. No Nekapara. No Boku no Pico. Of course, that really kicked me off of Twitch permanently, and then investigated by my local law enforcement, and Chris Hansen will be showing up with the Dateline NBC crew to catch a predator. Explain why you have this thing called Lolly Shota Porn Hentai. What is this exactly? What am I looking at? Oh god. Yes, Windows, you can have access to the game. Alright, it's loading up. It's trapped in widescreen right now. It's going to take another second. Just imagine the things that you're missing on the screen. Amazing logos, for sure. I love when games start up and they're like, oh yeah, here's a whole bunch of people who made this game and other companies and things we've brought into the fold, and we're going to make you watch their logos forever. Video resolution, we're going to drop it to 1080p. Not 1080p, it was 720p. We're going to go windowed. Oh, you're gonna love this. Alright, scene. This is what you get when you ask for Ninja Gaiden 4. I remind everybody that this game was made, and this is what happens when you don't have the right people in place. Whenever people are like, oh dude, like we should have there need to be like Ninja Gaiden 4, and I remind them like, this is what happens. Yeah, we'll just leave it all defaults for now, even though I can crank everything up. Yeah. 90-second sponsorship messages, ugh. That's why I always tell everybody, install AdBlock on your browsers. uBlock. uBlock Origin. Works great. Never see another ad again.
I should have killed you 15 ninjas ago, Hayabusa.
Ooh, he's hardcore. There we go. For whatever reason, like my Twitch window preview was like still showing the technical difficulties. It's like, why? Okay, good. Now we can all read the amazing story that is to come, that is Yaiba. Just waiting for Unwary to see if he's around, if he's not streaming himself, to go, why are you playing this? You said you'd never play this? You have so much to live for. Don't do it. People love you.
I should have killed you 15 ninjas ago, Hayabusa. Let's make up for lost time. Nice gimps, Hayabusa. Where's your ball gag?
Oh, it's so edgy. So edgy. Let me turn down the game volume just a second here. It's gonna be a little too loud. It's gonna be one of those nightmare ones to try to level. Here we go.
That was the first time I died. The first time's always the best. Someone had been crazy enough to bring me back. But not all of me. Instead of an arm, I had a piece of metal frozen into a fist. Worked for me. I escaped from one hell and into another. The Russian military had turned its guns on its own population. Total bloodbath. Not a bad place for a comeback. I was a little off my game from being dead. But luckily, I wasn't the only one.
Alright, here we go.
You already wrecked your ride, huh? You can't have anything nice.
Who the hell are you?
You can call me Miss Monday. I'm the engineer who put you back together.
Oh yeah? You missed a couple parts.
No. I enhanced a couple parts. And besides, I still have your arm in a fish tank.
You're funny.
Yes, Ninja Gaiden turned into this.
If you're in trouble, I suggest you start running.
Oh, shit.
Ninja Sector 23, request backup.
Run to where? By the way, the jump button just makes you dash. Multi-kill. Other things for Unreal Tournament. Ooh, 200 combo streak. Got an achievement. Not sure if that's a badge of honor for this game or not.
Aren't you a miserable piece of
Shit! Get the fuck off of me!
Oh, they recorded the line and they're even blowing out the audio for that. Are these lead-lined refrigerators? Can I escape a nuclear explosion in these? It seems like I should be over here or something just because of the fridges. Should also mention that today I got Shenmue 3 in the mail. I got it a day early. And I'm not playing it. The game's still unopened. Because I need to... basically what I'll be doing is the last time I played Shenmue 2 was when it came out on the Xbox. When that got ported. It's like 2004? 2003, 2004, I think. So it's been like literally 15 years since I played through the entire thing. So I am going to have to watch a video on like what happens in like Shenmue 2 before I start tackling 3. Hey Mollusk, so yes, this is what happens when people say, I want there to be a Ninja Gaiden 4. We need a Ninja Gaiden 4. Well, this is the stuff you get. So this is Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z as in for like zombie. Or Zed? For Zedbra? I don't know. But yeah, so whenever people say like they want a new Ninja Gaiden game, I always point to this and say, be careful what you wish for, because it's a monkey's paw. It's kind of like how there's a new Half-Life game coming out, finally. Valve is like, hey, we have a new Half-Life game coming out. Everyone's like, oh my god, it's a VR game. Why? 0.32% of people who have Steam have VR. Why the hell are they releasing a Half-Life game for that? I don't know. We're gonna find out more about it on Thursday, but yeah.
You sound so choked up about it.
This is the game is kind of like the Star Wars Holiday Special. You don't really acknowledge that it exists.
For now, your cyber retina can identify structural weaknesses. Take a peek, Ninja Man.
Not just grunt. Grunt!
Even has the military by the balls now. What else?
Yes, this is why I tell people be careful what you wish for, because you could end up with this situation. Low camera angles, can't quite see what's going on. That's just the tip of the iceberg, really. They're like, hey, people like that part of Ninja Gaiden 3 where you keep having to slow down to do like the steel on bone. Let's put it in this game too. People really liked it.
I got control of the building systems. Always wanted to do a little gardening.
Collectibles! No one cares! No camera control either. It's all dynamic story. All not dynamic story, dynamic camera.
Yes.
By the way, the jump is contextual. So if you're not at a ledge to jump, kind of like Legend of Zelda games, you don't. You just dash.
Online your fine motor skills. You can actually open your hand now and, you know, pick stuff up.
Good.
Yep, it's all about sex in this game. Pretty much, it's just like this game is a wreck.
I wanted to get off early.
It is a demo in how not to make a game and how to screw up a franchise. If this had not been tied into Ninja Gaiden, it may have been slightly received a little bit better, but the fact that they tried to do that just doesn't help. It doesn't fit with the tone of the rest of the series. It's like people just didn't understand exactly what made the Ninja Gaiden series what it was. Just didn't quite get it. Don't want to swing. I want to grab that. Thank you.
Whatever the hell you're doing, do it quick. The entire building is ready to go.
Yeah, this was made after Itakaki left. 3 and this game were made after he left. This was like 2 years after Ninja Gaiden 3. Is there a counter? Yep. Just slide through. Just don't animate walking. Just slide on down. Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea who made this. That'd be interesting to see. Everything is very topical in this game. Sarcasm is dripping heavy. Good, we get to see this again. Okay, can't throw him. Okay, that's a thing. Spark Unlimited made some rubbish, including Turning Point, Fall Liberty. I can't even like bring that game into my memory. That must have been really amazing. It was that great that I can't even remember to begin with. Oh, I see how it works now. Okay.
The water lines are superheated. Jump at the wrong time, and you'll get a face full of hurt.
Let's try that again.
Yes, because gravity works like this.
Now what?
By the way, you have like, this is the extent of your right thumbstick control. Not very.
Surrender now. You have one warning.
That's too bad. 'Cause I usually need 2.
Well, only if Liquid Snake is flying that helicopter, then you have to worry about it. Okay. Start screaming, "Brother!" Then you know exactly what's going on. By the way, it's really hard to see exactly what's going on with this for me, so... Like, apparently I'm getting grabbed a lot, but I can't see. Okay, I'm not supposed to be jumping back this way. Not sure exactly where I'm supposed to be going, but... Jump up here? Nope. Oh, I just had to wait for the next wave to respawn, I guess.
Ooh, the heavy ordnance. Hey, why not chuck a zombie at it?
Taking heavy fire in Quadrant Delta.
Yeah, good luck trying to see exactly what's going on. If you're colorblind, you're screwed.
Back for more.
Surrender now. You have one warning.
That's too bad. I usually need 2.
Extinction.
Heavy ordnance. Hey, why not chuck a zombie at it?
Yeah, so by the way, you're getting attacked, you're supposed to do a block and right trigger. These are in the bumper. These are all like different buttons. Yeah, they're trying to maintain at the same time while doing all this nonsense. Okay, so I can't grab anybody for health. Yeah. And you can see why this game is not well liked or received. Poor design, bad checkpoint system. If you're colorblind like me to red, it's a real nightmare.
Back in action.
You can't skip this either. Oh, there we go. Let me skip a little bit.
Extinction.
Heavy ordnance. Hey, why not chuck a zombie at it?
Keep in mind, I also can't see where those missiles are coming at me either. Game's like chuck a zombie, it's like you can't pick them up. They gave this straight 9s, are you serious? Yeah, they had to have been paid off. You also can't move when you're blocking either. Yeah, so now you can see why this game is literally just straight off a piece of shit. This isn't like... I think I bought this game for like $5 on a Steam sale, which is like the only reason why I own it. I knew it was bad going into it, but yeah, it's just... It's inexcusable. It's like the Bayonetta 3. Not a Bayonetta 3, it's Bayonetta on PlayStation 3. It's another dumpster fire of a game, but it's like, I knew that buying it, and once again it was on sale, so... Yeah, definitely don't play this. But with that, though, we're going to end it here, though, because this is getting old for me, because I can't think of anything else to play. I'm a little tired. I was actually not going to stream tonight, but I decided to do it anyway. So, with that, we got what's coming up. Of course. Always glad to see you drop by Hold Your Fire. I was wondering how you're doing because I haven't seen you for a while. And of course, shout-outs also to Mollusk as well. It was good to see you. And the lovely T. Wallace and anybody else who was lurking. You guys are always cool. I think I will be, let's see, tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be streaming again. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The usual. If you don't know when that is, just copy and paste that into Google and it will tell you automatically for where you are in the world. Also check me out on Twitter, Wurzel555. If you like coming back, we're seeing what's going on, usually around 2 or 3 hours in advance. You can see exactly what I'll be playing. Probably be continuing on with more Death Stranding. Continue to play through that game. I'm probably not going to stream Shenmue 3 at all. If I play that game, it's, like I said, still wrapped up. My early copy, I'll probably just play it offline at some point. It just doesn't really seem to be like the type of game to stream, and I need to get caught up on the lore before I start jumping into the world and going, I have no idea what I'm doing or what's happening in story. So expect more Death Stranding shenanigans and poor microphone audio quality, pardon me, tomorrow at the usual time. So let's see, is anyone here streaming? Not really. Alright. So thanks for hanging out, and see y'all next time.